Hello and welcome to the channel. Hope you're all well. Thank you very much for coming and joining us for another video. On this video I'm going to do a review. Over the last few weeks you may have seen that quite a few people have been sent moisture meters to test or review, and I've been sent exactly the same. They have sent me the EWM01 to test and the EWM03 to test. So we're going to get these out of the boxes. We're going to see what's in the box. Apparently everything you need is in the box. And then we're going to take these to my wood store and we're going to test them out and see how accurate they are between each machine on the wood that we're going to test. I've got loads of wood in my rack. We're going to pick 3 or 4 pieces and we're going to see what they are. Hopefully each one's going to give us a very similar reading so we know that they're pretty accurate. So with further ado, let's get these on the bench. Let's get them unboxed. Let's have a look what's in the box. Get them together, put the batteries in them, and then we will take them out and see what we get. So I'll meet you guys over at the bench.
Right, so let's have a look at these products. Like I said earlier, it's the EWM03 and the EWM01 by Erickhill. Both sent to me, so I haven't paid for them to review. So we'll have a look at the smaller one first. Now I will say that I have had these out and put the batteries in these already. They do come with the batteries, but I will show you how the batteries go in them. So the smaller one, the little EM3 or EWM01, sorry, small little device, little tiny display screen, several buttons, 3 buttons on it. Now the M button is for mode. There's 5, I believe, or 5 different modes on this this one, and then the set button and the power button. So we're going to turn, obviously, sorry, I'll show you how the batteries go in. So the batteries just go into the back like any normal TV remote control, just slot in there. AAA's, obviously plus to plus, make negative to negative. Put the cover back on, just clip the cover back in. Got a nice little cap to protect the prongs so you don't stab yourself, because we don't want nobody hurting themselves. So a nice little cap on there. So to turn on, you just press the power button, then it shows you the display, and then it will tell you the temperature, and then it will show you the different modes. No, sorry, this has got 5 modes, not 4, 5. 4 are for timber, and then the final mode is for construction, so it's bricks and things like that. So to get the mode you want, you press the M button. It will scroll through the modes, so M1, M2, M3, M4, and then M5. Press it again, take it back to M1. To turn on the backlight, you press the set button, and to turn off, you press the set button. The temperature, if you want to change the temperature from Celsius to Fahrenheit, you press and hold the set button, and as you can see, it's just changed it. And then to change it back, you do exactly the same to change it back. When you finish with the machine, press the power, or press and hold the power button, and it will turn itself off. Easy as that. So it's fairly easy to operate. No high technical information you need to learn. All the information is in the manual. So you can read it as you require. I've quickly scrolled through it, and like I say, I've just gone through basically what the manual says. It's easy to use. When you come to use it, obviously you turn it on. You can put the backlight on if you want. Choose the material you want. Now, depending on the timber you use, depending on the mode you have, so you need to go through and read the descriptions in the booklet. There's a small chart there, which I'll put a picture up for that. Actually, there's a small chart there, and it just tells you what materials are covered in each mode. So you just select the mode you require, and then you can test your piece. So when you finish, obviously turn it off, and always make sure you put the cover on so you can't stab yourself. So that's the small one. That's the EWM03, and perfect little device. Right, so let's have a look at the EWM01 now. Slightly more technical on this one. This has got a little bit more information on it. I will show you how. I'll get the bits out. I will show you how the batteries go in. So the batteries again are AAA batteries, but these ones actually go in the handle. So to install the batteries, you just unscrew the end cap, slide the batteries in with the plus upwards, and then just gently screw on the end cap. Don't need to over tighten the end cap, just nip it, that's more than enough. You don't want to over tighten it. Again, nice little cap on the end here to protect the prongs so you don't stab yourself or they don't get damaged, which is a nice touch. It's got a rubbery touch to it. It's not made, well, this has got a plasticky feel to it. It is plastic, but this has got like a rubbery feel to it, so it's a little bit more grippy. Similar sort of buttons. We've got a power button, we've got a mode button, and then we've got a maximum button. Now the maximum button is designed to hold the highest moisture reading that has been displayed. So you just press that and it will hold the highest moisture meter reading. Again, the M button is for your modes. This one's got a few more modes. This has got 7 modes on this one. And the good thing on this one as well, the LED actually changes colour depending on the moisture content in the wood. So that's a good little touch as well. So you've got a visual and a colour aid to tell you the moisture. So again, power on. So press it to turn the power on. So as you can see, it's reading low because obviously we've got no moisture. Again, mode button just to go through your different modes. Now on this one, you've only got 2 modes that do timber. Modes 1 and mode 2 do timber. Modes 3 through to 7 are all for construction materials, whether they be concrete, brick, mortar, lime and mortar, things like that. So this one, to me personally, is a bit more useful for me because obviously I'm in the construction industry. So obviously keep pressing the mode button to get through your modes. So 7, then I'll go back to number 1. So to turn off, press and hold the power button. So good feature about this one is it's got an auto shut off. You see this emblem beside the M? There's like a little time there, and what happens is after 10 minutes this will automatically turn itself off, which is great. But if you don't want that feature, you can actually turn that feature off. So you press and hold the maximum button, you press the power button, and then you release the maximum button, and then you can see the emblem has disappeared. That means that auto shut off feature has been disabled. But the good thing is, if you do, when you turn it off, when you turn it back on, it's automatically re-enabled, so you haven't got to turn it back on, which is a really great feature. I am a nightmare for leaving things turned on, and I always waste power and batteries through forgetting to turn stuff off. So to me, that is a great feature, and I think that is brilliant. So other than that, it's very similar to the other one. This one hasn't got a temperature on it to tell you the ambient temperature, but to be honest, do we really need it? So yeah, so right, so that's the basic description on the 2 machines. This one comes with a lovely little sticker that you can stick wherever. I suppose if you wanted to, well, you couldn't stick it on there, but you could stick it anywhere really, because what it does is it's basically copied. This is copied in the manual. But this is a great little added. So I suppose really, if you're going to keep it into the box, you could really just stick it on the lid of the box like so, and then you haven't got to open the manual and look. You can just look on there to see which mode you want, which to me is a great feature. But anyway, that's enough waffling. Let's get this out to the wood store and have a look and see how they work. I'm hoping that both of them should be fairly close on the same readings on the same piece of wood. If they are, then great. That means that they work really, really well. They say in the manuals they should be around about 2% plus or minus either way. So let's get out and see exactly how close they are. Right, so here we are at the store, or part of the store anyway, just a little bit of the store. But anyway, so we're going to try the first one, the little one first. So I've got a piece of ash there. So we've got it on number 3 I think it was. Yeah, number 3, which is the one for ash. So we're going to put that in there and just see what that comes up at. So that's coming in at 10.2, that's coming in at. So then what we'll do is we'll get the other one, and that's on the correct one for ash. So we'll put that in. But we can see that. And that's coming in at 10%. Oh, 10.1. So that is really, really close to see how close they are. Let's try it more in the core to see if it actually alters any. And it's around about the same, as you can see, 10%. So we'll just take it to the edge a little bit. It's a little bit wetter on the edge, I know. Keeps flickering between 9. Let's see if I can get it pushed in a little bit better. Ah, there we go. So around about 12% on the edge. So we've got a bit of silver birch there. So we'll just test that. So let's just try that. And that's gone up to 17.4. So it's about 17.5%. So we'll just get the other one back and we'll try that one. So go in the same sort of place. And that's coming at 20 point, oh, say 20 or 19, anywhere between 19 and 20%. So just try again. So that one's about 17. So yes, they're not far off on moisture. What else we got to try? I've got a bit of U. Let's try a bit of U. So I've got a bit of U up there. So we'll just try that. Again, these are all on the average on number 3, which seems to be the most one that covers more species. So that's 8.5. And then we'll just check the other machine. We'll go in the same sort of spot. And that's actually reading 0. Wow. What's going on there? I do not know. What have I done? Have I done something wrong? Turn it off and turn it back on again. So we're on number 2. 0, that's reading. So it's saying there's no moisture in that. That can't be right, surely. So let's try on number 1 then, and see if that makes any difference. Try on number 1, and it's still saying low. So that's obviously below the moisture that it detects on, and it only detects from 8.5. So number 1 only detects from 8.5, number 2 detects from 6.8. So it's obviously below 8.5, and it's still reading low, so it must. So let's just go try this one again and see what the actual measurement is. 8.6. 8.6, that's reading at, as you can see there. So it's strange why this one is not detecting anything. Just keep trying a few different places and it's not actually detecting anything. So obviously there's not a lot of moisture in that at all. Let's have a look what else we've got here. Thought I had a bit of laburnum on there somewhere, but I can't see it. A piece of horse chestnut just there, so we'll test it on that. So what's that say on there? So that's reading 10%, around about 10%. So we'll just go for this one now, see what this one says, and that's reading around about 10%. So yeah, good. Right, let's get back in the workshop where it's a little bit quieter, and let's do what our thoughts on it. So we did some tests on 3 or 4 different pieces of wood, and they both came fairly close to the pieces of wood, so within 0.5 of a percent, which is fairly close, because obviously it depends on how hard you push the probes in and in making sure you hit the exact location. But they were, I mean, I'd expect 1% plus or minus, you know, I mean, that's what I would expect. The actual accuracy it's saying is 2% plus or minus, so it's well within that accuracy. Both good little devices for cost effective. This would, for any wood turner or anybody who actually just wants to test the moisture content or something, this little the EWM03 is perfect for that. But if you want something that's a little bit more universal, for someone like myself who's a builder by day, so we're always checking moisture content on screed floors, wall content, damp meters or readings and things like that. The 01 would be more beneficial for me, because it's got that much more scope of different materials we could test moisture in. You mean, it's got you 2 modes for wood, so there's not so many error places there, especially for someone like me who's not 100% sure on all the different species of woods. And then you've got your 5 different settings for different building materials. So both do exactly the job they say they do. Both really well made, come well packaged. You mean, the build quality is really good. You mean, you can tell they're not cheap and nasty tools. That the finish on is really good, well made, got little rubber stops on them so you don't bash them about. The joints are really well put together. You get a lot of the cheaper moisture meters, they're not put together properly, they're thin plastic, they're very plasticky, and they just don't feel nice. These both feel really nice, and they look good as well. So to me, this would be my one to go for, only because of what I do for a living, and also the wood turning. But for any wood turner, this would be the perfect tool to test the moisture in your timber. As you saw, it gave you an accurate reading, and what more could you really want? So yeah, I really do recommend these. I believe this should be on the video, a discount code if you want to go over and buy these. The company have said they was going to give me a discount code, so that should be in the description. So go over and check them out. And other than that, what more can I really say about them? They are a good product, like everybody else has said who's reviewed them. They're good, they're well worth their money, and I think you would go a long way to try and buy better for the same price. So other than that, thank you very much for coming over and watching the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope it's give you a little bit of insight, and yeah, hopefully it helps somebody. So other than that, guys, thank you very much for coming over and watching. Take care, speak to you soon, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.